you. This is gentrification more than just a physical process? If so, what? Actually, this is the major last question. Yeah, and it's obviously very relevant to joining. Is gentrification more than just a physical process? If so, what?
Great question.
Oh, okay, I was like, this is an essay, babe.
Yeah, I knew Argan would say that.
Yeah.
You love this question. Yeah, it's like an aesthetic thing. It's like a mindset thing. It's gentrification, as Sarah Schulman wrote. Is a great concept to understand, not just space, but it's kind of like at the intersection where space and politics and sexuality and gender and like affectivities meets, and so you can, I think there's more to it than just like regenerating buildings and areas, but like looking at like all the kind of social ties and relationships and like literally like relationships to space and to people and to like politics that are affected through the changing of spaces, as if it would be great, but not great, but it would be better if it were just the spaces, if gentrification was only about the regenerating of buildings and not literally destroying communities on an affective, social, emotional level, you know? So it's much more than that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because you can't like recreate it. So if it is if it was the case of it was just this physical building and then you just shift, but it's just like, but that doesn't happen. Which is why obviously we're never going to recreate the joiners.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Like it is gone.
Yeah.
But like what we created something new far from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. It's kind of that. It's because things happen in a time and a place, and communities come together.
Yeah.
And that's why gentrification is a powerful tool for the powerful, because you disrupt that and you disrupt community power.
Yeah. And that's why I find it so problematic when people say, well, gentrification has been happening forever, you know, the city expands and people move out and they recreate a community somewhere else, you know, like look at Lewisham now is up and coming and cool, and like then Lewisham will be gentrified and then you'll have like, I don't know, anything, so Lewisham. Anyway, but like that's a flawed narrative because it like completely, it like sees it as a very kind of empirical process that just happens to buildings and areas, but it doesn't account at all for the kind of loss, like the really emotional, affective loss, and the fact that like, yes, you can move to another area, but like you won't be able to recreate like the kind of ties and relationships that you've had for a very long time in that space or whatever with those people.
How is gentrification in London now different from gentrification in the 80s? Or is gentrification, what I'm trying to say, and this is a genuine question, this is not like all the other sarky questions, like, is a new thing, gentrification, is it a specifically new thing, or is unhealthy development another form of the 80s, another form of development? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is gentrification specific to this era?
I think there's two things that like make it like specific to today in a way that wasn't before, and one is that like the gentrification that is happening today in the context of like literally zero trickling back down to the community is something that is specific to now, because there's been like dismantling of not just like the welfare state but also like of the kind of social element of planning and the social element of councils, and austerity means that councils are reliant on these developments in a way that they were never before, because before it was like, we can use it to complement funding or to complement to kind of close up holes and stuff, and now it's like the only form of income that enables councils to even regenerate the area, and so like who benefits from that is skewed towards property developers and like private investment in a way that it's never been, and also that it's like accelerated to like a degree that I think hasn't been like, you know, in terms of just how the kind of the speed of like capitalism is now higher than it was before.
Yeah,
so
it's
if
the
before
speed,
like gentrification takes a while and like, you know, this gets gentrified and then I have time to like set up my other community, and then in 50 years I know that will go, but I'll still have 50 years of like effective community building that I have made.
Yeah.
Now it's like 3-4 years.
Not years, weeks.
Yeah, weeks, yeah.
I mean,
and that doesn't give you time to fucking build anything.
Yeah.
Like, not even know your neighbor's name or nothing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's happening like a lot in. Obviously, it's been happening a lot in Dalston already, but like it's really weird at the high street in Dalston.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's loads of just empty places.
Yeah.
The card shop, the cheap card shop, is closing down. It's been closing down for a while, but I was in there this morning. It's my nephew's birthday on Monday, and I was got like closing in 2 weeks. I was like, oh, so you're actually closing? And he was like, well, we're still in like talks with the landlord, but basically the rent has doubled in the last 3 years. So
Yeah.
I'm paying like $100,000 in rent. It's a fucking card shop.
It's a card shop.
It sells like £1.50 cards.
Yeah.
Like,
how do they?
yeah, and they were like, we're in negotiations basically to like half it. And then I was on like a chat with like another woman was there going like, yeah, what's it going to be and stuff. But like, yeah, it's kind of. So, I think aside from like the new developments.
Yeah.
There's like a rampant like closing down of places, and now they just sat empty. It's like, and it's just kind of like the shopping centre is gonna go. I think. Do you mean it's kind of like what's gonna replace it? I think it's gonna a lot of shops inside closing. So like the one by the keyboard and all the keyboard. But like and it's it's just people. I guess it's like landlords try and actually be like, fuck it, let's just double the rent.
How can you compete with that?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I've got loads of birthday cards here if you want. Yeah, then if you got one.
I bought one from there.
Oh shit! Okay. All right, I'll tell you my bit about it. Just in terms of the speed of it, right? If you're free tomorrow at 3, I'm meeting with Did I tell you about the rich mix facilitating networks, culture of a changing city?
Maybe.
About their and rich mix obviously leading. You say aren't they part of the problem? I don't think so, but well, I'm not really sure. Do you think they are? Yeah, they might be.
Like Rio, like everything and nothing. Like
are
rich makes the problem, or like Marks and Spencer's, or like the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I guess there's different degrees of problems.
Yeah, you know exactly. But they've got together this really wicked network of loads of radical groups, all in Tower Hamlets, challenging it because it's happening so quickly. Up Wapping High Street, luxury.
Yeah.
On the corner of fucking the streets between Whitechapel and Bethnal Green, luxury property developments in there. Are you kidding? Anyway, it's happening so fucking quickly. Saying them really bad. Anyway, so that's at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I only got the message today. I messaged joiners actually if anyone wants to go. Okay, so lastly, do we need bricks now? Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Stupid, sarky questions. Sorry for these. Do we need bricks now? We have queer freedom. If so, who would you chuck it at and why?
Oh, okay, so bricks to throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
do we need them?
Bricks?
No, I thought it meant like in like do we need like physical spaces? That's what
no, bricks to throw. Oh, I quite like that though.
That's a nice thing, Amy.
Yeah, no, that. My question was that. Do we need bricks now? We have queer freedom. I like that.
We need bricks to build spaces.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we need like loads of fucking bricks to build spaces and to throw them at people.
Who
We're trying to take our spaces away.
Yeah. It's a closed little bricks, spaces.
Like Theresa May would get the first one, wouldn't she? Like,
why?
She's a fucking dick, isn't she? I was talking to my housemate last night. He was just like, obviously, like David Cameron's Tory party were like fuckers, and like they were like business fuckers, and they were like awful. And he was just like, Theresa May is literally she's just a fucking racist. Like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.